Hello everyone, welcome along to episode 3 of the Traxion My Team Career Mode on F1 2020. My name is Alex Gillon and today is the Monaco Grand Prix. It is the jewel in the crown of the F1 calendar, and hopefully you've already watched the previous episodes. If you haven't, I'm going to give you a few seconds now to go back and watch them. Episode 1 and 2, both races were epic, but what a race we have. Here's the current standings then, and 37 points we're on, which somehow is top of the standings. We're P1 in the Drivers' Championship at the moment. I'm not expecting that to continue after the epic win last time out. Surely not. And that's also to Perez and then Stroll and then Hamilton. We've got over double the points of Lewis Hamilton. What a start to this season we've had. Hopefully that will continue. Constructors wise, we're a few points back, but honestly that's not a surprise. Mick Schumacher is always going to struggle. Honestly, we shouldn't have anywhere near that amount of points. We should probably have maybe a third of those points with an epic start to the season. So we've had a very lucky start, but today is Monaco. That could provide even more luck, maybe a bit of the Monaco casino luck within us. So what's changed then? Well, actually not a lot. We have bought a minor rear downforce update, but it won't be on the car for this race. That'll be ready for the next race. So actually our performance is absolutely identical to what it was last race. We've got no updates. A few other teams have got some updates, a few other teams around us. You see AlphaTauri there, we were only just behind them, but now we're quite a way behind them. But I think there's quite a short gap between the Spanish and Monaco Grand Prix, so not a chance for too much updates, but I think there'll be a few more updates coming in time for the next Grand Prix, which as you can see will be the Canadian Grand Prix. Well, let's jump straight in then and look at my qualifying lap around Monaco. Here we go then, around the street circuit that is Monaco. Let's hope I can have a good lap here, braking pretty much as your screen gets to the board on the top there. Pretty good, actually touched the wall slightly there on the outside, but luckily it was just a little wheel face, just a little kiss. You can see Bottas there just pulling away from us up the hill. We are struggling a little bit. We have got quite high wings. I'll show you my setup just before we get into the start of the race. Not a bad last couple of corners there. First sector, 4/10 off pole. Not surprised, down in P13 at the moment. The last 2 races in a row, we've qualified in 15th both times. Trying to take a good hairpin there. Trying to carry as much speed as I possibly can. Pretty good there. Just trying to mount the curb again. Just mounted the curb, skimming the barrier on the outside. Really pushing the limit. Once again, just touching the curb on the exit. Up to P7, make that P8, make that P10, make that P11, 312 through the tunnel. Clearly struggling with some straight line speed with this particular setup, but it should help us through the corners, braking as late as we possibly can, take as much curb as we can in the chicane just after the tunnel. Fast, high speed rather, left-hander here, staying in 5th gear, just keep it inside the balls, nicely over the curbs, a purple middle sector, fastest of anybody in the middle sector, would you believe? Bit of wheel spin on the exit, we're only 2.5 tenths back from pole position now, up to P6, P4, P3, 1 corner to go, surely we can't get P3, DRS wide over for the run to the line, will we lose it on the run to the line? You see the Mercedes pulling away with that poor straight line speed, and we do indeed manage to hold on to P3. Last 2 races, we managed to win the last one, but we qualified 15th. This one, we qualified 3rd, but it is Monaco. Anything can happen. We could easily damage our wing in the first turn, and then we're going to be struggling for any points. Epic qualifying though. That was a really good lap. Certainly helped by my setup. I've spent quite a lot of effort on this setup. But let's go board now with Live Alex to figure out the strategy, the setup, and then get into the race. Here we go then, on the grid for the Monaco Grand Prix. I'm excited for this one. Somehow stuck it in 3rd. No idea why. I suspect our pace is not going to be quite there, but you never know what's going to happen. It is Monaco. So the game's suggesting that we do a 1-stop. Unsurprisingly, we go soft to mediums. I think we just stick with that, of course. Now we're in the top 10. We actually have to start on the softs. We haven't got a choice on that. And I do think we stick with what the game's saying there, unless a safety car intervenes, which of course is always entirely possible at Monaco. Going to take out a lot of fuel. We're going to go really light for the start of this race. I'm going to go maybe even more. Do we go more than a lap light? I'm going to go a lap and a half light of fuel. Am I going to regret that? Maybe. I'm going to go a lap light of fuel just to be safe. Setup wise then, as always, running a custom setup. So running quite high wings, so that is Monaco. Running 611 wings, 155 diff, really a high diff there to try and increase traction, because I was struggling with traction quite a lot in practice. Full right camber, full left toe. 133623 suspension, running slightly lower rear suspension just to help a little bit with, again, with rear traction. 150 brake bias always, and minimum tyre pressures as always. Right, come on then. Let's have this race start. Can we move up on the start? It's not a long run, of course, down to turn 1, but hopefully we can have a half decent one. You never know what will happen from there. Come on, long hold. Beautiful launch. Beautiful launch. Oh, I tell you what, that Red Bull, though, really held it there. Verstappen diving around the outside. Managed to gain a position off the start there. But Verstappen's diving around the outside. Compromise us a little bit. And now we're going to need to try and see if we can get to Bottas. But I suspect that is going to be a big old struggle right now, though. Just trying to hold position from Verstappen and get settled into this race. Just driven with absolutely minimal fuel. Now driving with 39 laps worth of fuel. Bit deep in there. And a compromise with a little Mercedes ahead, of course. I've got a considerably quicker car than us. Our car performance is not where we are right now. We very much outqualified our cars. Should be performance, should we say. Bit of a yellow flag behind, but nothing doing of that. So far, though, sticking nicely with Bottas. If we can get settled into this sort of pace, not getting penalties, of course, needs to be careful with track limits, then we'll be looking great for the race. You never know. Safety cars could come into it. But at the moment, sticking with Bottas. Let's see if we can keep that up. Here we go then. Going to get DRS for the first time. We have managed to stick with Bottas really nicely, actually. Potentially even a little bit quicker than him. But of course, very tricky to get past. Needs to be looking after our tyres as well. We've got some DRS now. Surely we can't pounce straight away. No, see. Even though we used everything we could down that straight, just not able to get it done a little bit deep in there. Let's have a quick check in on tyre wear. Slightly more wear on the rear. Need to be a little bit careful of that. We don't want our tyres to be dying. Of course, it needs to be a nice safe one stop at Monaco. Not even worth considering a second stop. Bit of oversteer there through that corner. Just distracting myself slightly with some live commentary, but hopefully we can stick to Bottas. Oh, again, a bit of contact with the wall there. Last 2 laps we've been literally touching him through here. Literally touching him. We've had a little tap on the front wing, not this lap, just falling back a little bit, but as long as we can stick with him, you never know what will happen. I feel like I've got the better pace at the moment, putting a small gap to Verstappen, but our pace is so similar. We're going to be here, I think, for a while. Horrible line through there, really bad. Got our second warning of the race. Bit of contact with the wall, it just compromised our line quite heavily, but very close to Bottas now. Could maybe have a look into there on the coming laps, but just not able to get the exit. This is what I mean, I've been struggling with traction all through practice, and then the straight just isn't quite long enough to be able to get to him. I'm stuck to him like glue. I feel like I am faster. I want to get past if I can, because I can maybe start pulling away, but just not able to get through. The Monaco effect, we'll call that. Come on, let's see if we can get him somewhere. Penalty. Just got a penalty. That's our third warning. Just trying too hard to get past Bottas here. I feel like we've got better pace. Trying to take the best line for every single corner. And you saw what it just cost me there. A penalty. 3-second penalty. Whoa. If you want to win this race now, we're going to need to do it by at least 3 seconds. It's going to be tricky. But I do feel like we've got the better pace. Maybe we can get past. Maybe we can do it. Who knows? Who knows? But just no way past. This is as close as I can get all race, all lap. I just can't quite get there. Bit of wheel spin there from Bottas. Bit of wheel spin there from Bottas. We're very close coming up the hill. Surely not here. No, see, just so fast in a straight line. We've got a lot of wing on, of course. That's where a lot of our speed's coming from. But he's just so fast in a straight line. What could make a difference here, though, is traffic. If we box into traffic, or if he boxes into traffic specifically, that could really affect the race. We're certainly going to have to box into traffic at some point. And this is us virtually touching him through here, as we always do. But then just not able, you see here, not able to stick with him for the next couple of corners well enough. And he's so fast in a straight line. Oh, a bit of wheel spin on the exit there that time. But he just pulls away regardless. We're just not quick enough in a straight line. This is going to have to be a pit stop overtake, I think, somewhere. Will he box first? Will that give us the impetus? Let's vote and find out. He boxes this lap. Let's go then, one more lap. We get DRS, of course. We've not got the rear tyres to do it really. Look, over 60% wear now on some of the rears. We need to push hard now. Maybe we can get the overcut on him, maybe. This is a really important lap. Is he going to be in traffic as well? Because that'll make a big difference also. I think surely he's going to be in a bit of traffic. If he's got clean air, which he might do. He might have just a bit of clean air. That's going to make a massive difference if he has. Massive difference. Oh, no, he hasn't. There's a lot of cars going past him. Look on the minimap in the bottom left. I'm a bit distracted by that. I should be concentrating driving as fast as I can, but I think he's going to get some traffic. That's going to make the world of difference. He has indeed got a lot of traffic. Oh, a bit wide there. He's got some traffic. Come on. Come on. This is our opportunity now. Do we even stay out even longer? Oh, a bit deep. I need to get rid of these rear tyres, really, but he's in traffic now. Can we be that much faster? We were less than a second coming out the pits. I don't know how good our pit stop will be, though, of course. His pit stop may be quicker than ours. Pit entry, pit exit, all makes a big difference. I think I'm going to stay out. He's in horrible traffic. These tyres are not good, but surely I'm still quicker than those guys that he's stuck up against behind right now. But when do they box? If they box now, it won't mean anything. I'm going to stay out one more lap, I think, and just hope and pray that he gets really stuck in that traffic and we can go quicker. Come on. Okay, boxing this lap then. Boxing this lap. He is still behind that traffic. Oh, a bit of oversteer there. But of course the cars behind him are close right in as well. So lose the hope there we get a good stop here. Oh, accidentally went down to neutral. It's not going to matter. They do box as well. I won't go mediums. We are indeed going to mediums. They could jump us in the pits here. We need a good stop. If they jump us in the pits, we're in the exact same situation we're in that first stint. We need some clean air here. I think we'll be ahead of Bottas, but we also need to be ahead of that Red Bull, who was not far behind us. Come on, guys. Yes, good stop. We're out. Ahead of them. Where is Bottas? Still stuck behind that traffic. Are we going to be behind the traffic as well? We could do with not being behind that traffic. Here they come on the outside right now. Come on, let's have a good exit. There you go. We're ahead of the traffic. Accidentally got the perfect pit strategy. Car behind will probably box this lap. The cars behind them, though, started on mediums. They'll be out for a few more laps yet. Don't forget, though, we got a 3-second penalty. We also got another warning in there somewhere. So 2 more warnings, we'll have a 6-second penalty. We need to build this gap to at least 3 seconds. Probably would like it to be more than 6, just in case. While they're all stuck in traffic, let's just try and run away now. What a perfect, accidental perfect strategy. There's a yellow flag behind. Surely that's not retirement. No, just a brief yellow, I think. No retirement at the moment. Or is there? What's going on? No, there's no yellow flag now. That is it. Safety car, though, could affect us, of course. But let's try and pull this 3-second gap now while they're in traffic. Comfortable. That's what I'll call this right now. 6 seconds to the car behind. I'm just trying to look after the tyres. Keep it as quick as I can. Look after the tyres. And pull this gap, because you never know. A safety car could happen. A VSC. We could have some wing damage. You never know what happened. I'm not pushing to the limit. But I'm trying to build the gap. I'm trying to look after the tyres. Let's ask our engineer Jeff what the lap time comparison between us and the car behind was. Okay, car behind is doing 14 5s while we're doing 12 5s. We are 2 seconds out quicker than the whole pack at the moment, because they're all in traffic. This has accidentally worked out perfectly for us. This is very much now our race to lose. Let's keep our head. Let's not get any wing damage. Let's pull this gap out nice and gently. Look after the tyres and bring it home. This is our race to lose now. Okay, they're starting to box. Starting to box behind. That is going to free everybody up. Albon is actually our lead challenger at the moment. Albon's our lead challenger. Then it's Bottas. Then it's Verstappen. Everybody's now boxed. There's no more traffic. We've got an 18-second gap to P2. That's comfortable. We're not quite a pit stop, though. Not quite a pit stop. So we're not able to take a safety pit stop towards the end in case our tyres wear. So we did the right thing looking after our tyres. But how are they doing now? Yeah, so we're doing much better this time. Even tyre wear, front to rear. That just shows when you're not pushing how much difference it makes. Just really able to avoid that wheel spin at every opportunity. But 18.5 seconds now. Let's hope we can keep it up somewhere around there. Okay, Hamilton has just stole the fastest lap from us. I don't know if we're going to be able to come in for softs at the end. So right now I'm going to push for another fastest lap. See if we can go faster. So I want that extra point for fastest lap. Come on. Pretty good first turn. Pretty good first turn. Let's keep on. We've got plenty of charge, plenty of fuel. Been saving it all up over the last few laps. This should also help us pull away slightly from the car behind. Maybe will enable us to box for softs to make sure we can get the fastest lap. But for now, I don't know if that's going to be possible. So I'm just going to keep pushing. There you go. Immediately a best first sector. Actually, an equal best first sector. Absolutely identical to our current best. That's not too bad. I think our current best lap was set on soft tyres at the beginning of the race. So we're quite a lot lighter now in terms of car weight, but also we've got some harder tyres, probably some more worn tyres as well. Let's just keep on it for now. Come on, ERS, use all of it that we can throughout the lap. Plenty of fuel as well. Also need to not get any warnings though, of course, not make any mistakes. There's a warning, there's a warning. One more of those, we get another penalty. Need to be a bit careful here. Pretty good corner, just again keeping it out of the walls just about. We're actually slower than our current best, so that just shows you these worn tyres. Again, risky it there. In terms of track limits, that would have been a penalty if we cut that corner there. Come on, one more corner. Is this going to be a better lap? Or are we going to have to try and push, see if we can box at the end of this race for softs in order to steal that fastest lap? It's not. It's slower than our best even. Okay, so we're going to have to try and see if we can push hard enough to be able to box for softs in the next 5 laps or so. We probably need to gain another couple of seconds on Bottas, I would say. We're up to 22 seconds now. Let's see if we can gain a bit more time so we can box for softs and get that extra point for fastest lap. Okay, we're going to box this lap. We've got 24-second gap. We eked it out by another couple of seconds. We're now starting to get traffic, which I do not want to have to deal with. Not when we've got the gap behind that we have. Let's box now for a new set of softs. It's worth taking that. We should be able to then get the fastest lap of the race. Should be covered off from any kind of safety car worries. Slow down too much there, but I'd rather that than get a penalty. We should be totally fine. Totally fine to come out in clear air. The game thinks we'll come back out in first. It's gone now, but it said come back out in first before. Should be fine. Come on, let's keep our fingers crossed. We've still got that 3-second gap, of course, to make sure we have got, but Bottas behind on worn tyres, us on brand new softs. Shouldn't be a problem. And indeed, it isn't. In fact, we've already probably got that 3-second gap. Let's wait for the actual gap, but I suspect we've still got that comfortable 3-second gap. Yes, indeed. No problem whatsoever. 6 seconds. Is that the actual gap now? I'd say so. Something like that. 5.5. 5.5 seconds still. But what I need to not do now is what I did just then. Almost did just then. Get any damage. Penalties, we should be okay. We could probably get another penalty and still be fine because we've almost got that 6-second gap. We should be now significantly faster than Bottas. But I want to get the fastest lap, but I need to make sure I don't get any wing damage. So if I get wing damage, they could then be faster than me. And then I could be struggling. Only 8 laps to go now. I need to have a cautious fastest lap attempt. Come on. Right, come on then. Just add another warm-up lap. We had 2 laps on these tyres. Let's go for it now. Plenty of ERS to use, plenty of fuel to use. This might be a sneaky fastest lap straight away. It's not. It's our best, but it's the our best of the race, but not the fastest lap of the race. We want the fastest lap of the race. Not a great first turn there, but it could be okay. We've got a lot of ERS to use, so that will certainly help us. Come on, let's try and use these tyres. But again, don't want wing damage. Wing damage, we could actually lose the win, which is would be worse than getting a fastest lap, I think. And not getting the fastest lap, I mean. So 10th lap on our best for that first sector, not too bad, a little bit deep in there. Hoping the grip of the tyres save me, they do indeed. Coming through now, just trying to again push, but not to the limit. I don't want to get any wing damage. I don't even know what the fastest lap is at the moment, but all I know is I'm going to go for it. 10-second gap now to the car behind, plenty of gap, we're significantly faster at this stage, unsurprisingly. Bottas, a bit deep there, but again I wanted to avoid the corner cut. I don't want to get the extra penalty. If I can. Pretty quick through there again. Keep leaving the room, the walls a little bit of room though. Turbocharged on its last legs. Only 3/10 up on our best. Will that be enough? Let's get through this final sector. Not great through there. It's not been a great lap, I won't lie, but it's because I'm trying not to push to the limit. Run to the line. Will this be the fastest lap? Come on, please. It is. 6/10 up on in the end on our best. Now, will that be enough? Their tyres will be pretty worn at the end, but they do push for the fastest lap at the end. However, their tyres are pretty worn. They're also being held up by a hard tyre shod Bottas. Surely that's enough now. I tell you what, I'm not going to try again. I'm not going to try again. It wasn't a great lap, and in order to go quicker than that, I'd have to push harder. I don't want to push harder than that because that would risk the front wing and risk the win. The win is way more important than anything else. So that's it now. Let's just bring it home. Make sure we don't get any damage. No more penalties. Let's take it home for, amazingly, to win the Monaco Grand Prix. Here we go then, the last half a lap. Lap 39 of 39 of the Monaco Grand Prix. Backing right off now, the cars behind are pushing for a fastest lap. Let's hope they can't steal it off me, but that's not going to take it away from me. Because we are going to win. We're going to win the Monaco Grand Prix. I'm speaking too soon, I'm celebrating before the line. There it is, just a bendy straight to go then. The Monaco Grand Prix is ours. What a race. 2 wins in a row. As my engineer just says. Thank you, Jeff. Epic stuff. Surely we didn't lose the fastest lap on the last lap of that race. Qualified P3. Good enough quali. I thought I'll hope for a podium today. Never thought we'd have the pace. Bearing in mind we benefited from strategy there, sure. But we did have the pace. We were sticking with Bottas. I felt like we were a bit quicker in that first stint. Not by a lot. Don't get me wrong. A 10th or 2 per lap perhaps. But that would have been enough. But we weren't able to get past. The strategy gods shone down on us today. Because we purposely extended our stint a little bit, but then to come out just sort of a second or so ahead of the path they were all stuck in, enabled us to open up a nice, comfortable gap. And we were able to take the win. What a race! Another win! Let's just double check now to make sure we have still got the fastest lap. Hopefully we have. We have indeed. He didn't see it off us. So we have got a fastest lap of the race as well. Maximum 26 points in the Monaco Grand Prix. Unbelievable is the word I've got for you after that Monaco Grand Prix. Dominant, actually, even better word. Incredible race, wasn't it? I don't know how we managed to win it, but we did. We actually had the pace as well. And this is what it's done to the standings then. We now lead the Drivers' Championship quite comfortably. 18 points still to Sergio Perez. The Mercedes, again, 4th and 5th. honestly, I've never seen a standings like this after 3 races on F1 2020. It's really, really wild. And we actually closed in on the Constructors' Championships. We're now only 2 points back from Racing Point, who's leading it, but we've got identical points to Mercedes. So 2 points covers 3 teams in the Constructors' Championship. I keep giving these warnings out, but I can't see this form continue. We've got the Canadian Grand Prix next time out, and surely we can't get another win there. 3 in a row with a 7th fastest car, whatever we've got? Surely not. Anyway, join me for that one next time, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Keep it pinned, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.